Right. Hi, hope you guys had a fantastic week. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Before we get started into our Q&A session for tonight, I want to give a quick shout out. Where is my paper? Okay, here. So we have so far three people that have actually completed the requirements for one-star director. So we have Jamie Conslum. Rhonda, I don't know if I'm saying her last name right. Conslaman. We have Sam Casera and we have Coral Allen. Those three have completed one-star director already. Check. Done. And then we have, looks like six people that are in week one. Has been completed. We're waiting for them to obviously finish that week two. So we've got Karen Vogel, Kayla Dalton, Serena Nesmith, Debbie Brent, Lori Dalton, and Sonia Rodriguez. So they are all in week one, which is exciting because they will be completing that, I am sure, this week to be turning in their form for their one-star director. So that's exciting. I do have that form. I'm not actually like posting it anywhere or sending it out anywhere. When you have completed, or maybe your upline is helping you with it, when you complete it, you can reach out to me and ask me for the form, or they can reach out to me and ask me for the form. Just because I don't want people to get confused by it, because it does require more steps because of you needing to put 2 weeks in a row in there. Because I already have obviously the week that you didn't make it yet. So just so you guys know, I do have that form if you've completed 2 weeks, when you complete 2 weeks in a row. And then I didn't get to share this last week because I was still looking at final numbers and double checking everybody. But we do have quite a few people that are on here that, now, of course, we have our senior directors and above that have been with us for some time now. And of course, all but a couple of them are already coming in at one-star director and above. So, not gonna say their names, but there are quite a few people that filled out their forms that did not realize they were already one-star directors or two-star directors for some of them. So that's super exciting. So we've got Marty Winkler, Wanda Marshall, Jackie Lambert, Heidi Adams, Valerie Cover, Rochelle Walker, Nick, I think it's Nick Brent, Nancy Muslim, those are all one stars. Let's see, Ann Bandini, Christy May, Risha Pleasant, Denise Wong, Glenda Sue Morris, Jordan French, Ron Wetburn, Darren Smith, Tammy Odom, and Valerie Delinsky. Then we have some two stars that didn't even have any idea they were already two-star directors. So we have Lindsay Stockdale, we have Kimberly Jansen, Tammy Peachy, and let's see, Jeremy Reister, Claudia Lepp, Doc G. We're already two-star directors. So lots of people that are already building their business with a fantastic balance. So here's what I want to do. We've got about 25 minutes, and I really want to give you guys time to ask questions that you may have about anything, obviously, to do with this promotion and anything that's come up. You guys have been working this for the last couple weeks and staying focused and looking at these numbers. And of course, we just finished our 2 week massive promo for the performance bundle with the free Eon. So that really threw everyone's volume up super high as well, which is amazing. So of course, we know we got Cellergize going on right now in the USA to keep those, those peeps excited about fun things for the summer. I am interviewing 4 new people tomorrow night that have incredible testimonials with the Cellergize. And just so you guys know, next Tuesday, I will be interviewing Dr. John Harmon, who is going to come on and focus on nitric oxide being elevated with the Celergize and what that means for the heart. Because if you know Dr. Harmon's story, he had the right bundle branch blockage and the PVCs, and that's gone. And so I asked him if he would be willing to really kind of dive deeper into the nitric oxide because, of course, heart is a specialty of his, considering, it was going to kill him. And now it's not. So, kind of be looking for that. And then, of course, this Thursday we have our wellness webinar. So you've got 3 opportunities to plug into, to invite people to, where I will personally be and having open for you guys. So this Tuesday, Celergize, 4 incredible testimonials. Thursday night, wellness webinar, me doing it and testimonials. So I'd love if any of you guys, we had 2 fantastic testimonials last week. So if there's anybody this week that wants to share, please let me know. And then next Monday, we'll meet again, of course, and then Tuesday night with Dr. Harmon. And then you guys know next Thursday, we're not meeting because we have the leadership retreat in Orlando, and David's coming in for the event on that Saturday. So, and then we'll wrap up July with one more meeting on Monday and, our Tuesday night and our Thursday night before that August 3rd deadline for this 500 promo. So I'm going to give you guys, here's what I'd like you to do. I'm going to unmute you, and you're going to need to mute yourself if you have background noise, because I want you to be able to unmute yourself and ask questions that you have about this Rank Up promo, anything to do with that at all. This is your 20-ish minutes to ask.
I got a question for you, Dr. Stacy.
Yes.
So if I understood you correctly, you said that next Monday we're going to be doing another One Star Director meeting. And then of course the next week we are going to be, in Orlando, Florida. So then every Monday thereafter we'll be continuing with the One Star Director meetings.
Just the 4 Mondays in July.
Okay.
Yep, we're done on July, whatever that Monday is, the 28th, I think it is. Yeah, the 28th. That's our last Monday meeting. And then I'll have the Tuesday night meeting. And then, of course, I'll have the Thursday night, which is the 31st. And then the deadline is August 3rd to meet the rank up for the One Star Director promo.
Will this meeting and the 4 that are done in July, will they be on your Dr. Stacy training website?
No, just because this is something different. Yeah, not right now. It won't.
Okay.
Just because we're currently still technically in that comp plan. And so the videos that are on there pertain to exactly what someone would go and be able to understand from that plan, even though we're already thinking light years ahead with this one. But good questions. Awesome. Who else has a question? I'll keep our chat. I've had several friends that I have been connecting to videos on the Now site. How do you close people to get them to make a decision? I don't want to have my friends run away when they get a contact from me. That's a great, great question. And that is really very common in this industry is there's a great book I read years ago, How to Become Filthy, Stinking Rich in Network Marketing Without Alienating Your Friends and Family. It was really good years ago. But so basically, your whole thing is if you're coming at this from a place of, I have found something that I'm so excited about. I would love your opinion on this. So I've always come at people when I'm sharing information, if I'm just reaching out for the first time, with I've come across something that I would love to get your opinion and feedback on. Would you be open to take a look at this for me? That's just me. I don't know if that resonates with you, but I come from the educational point, and you don't have to be a doctor to educate people. We have the same PDFs. I promise you, if you looked at my sent folder in my email, you would see me sending the health tracker, the product summary sheet, and obviously my link to my website and that order form, that kind of stuff all goes through my email to people. Messenger, same thing. But I ask first. So if you ask, and you guys, leaders, you're on here, you can definitely answer this as well too. But if you ask, then people are like, yeah, sure, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, I'll give you an opinion. Yeah, give me some more information on it. What is this? I don't just go straight to the Start X39 Now and drop that on them. I just don't. There's too much information on there. There's a lot of information on there. I love the site. But I just want to give them baby bits. And for me, the health tracker is always that first baby bit. Or if I am going to give them a video because they're a video person, then there's a 1 minute video on that. There's a couple 2 minute videos on the beginning. You can copy and paste those to give individually to someone, and I will do that. If they're a video, yeah, send me a video. I'll ask them, would you like to read some material, or you want to watch a video? Remember, you're creating a conversation with people. Like, these are your friends. So you should have like friendly dialogue back and forth. It shouldn't be like robotic where you're trying to, fit people in some weird cookie cutter where they're like, I don't know how she's talking to me like this. Who is this? This isn't my family member, right? And you don't want to act like you're some expert specialist, scientist, inventor that you're not. So just be you, and however you would normally have conversations with people, but keeping that in just a baby bit of information. Like, it's like you're hooking them, right? It's a hook. Laura?
Stacey, if you don't mind me adding something to that, you guys, when I'm talking to somebody and they ask me for more information, I got this from talking to a lot of people who said they were throwing people into startx39now.com immediately. They'd go, oh, I'd like more information. And bam, there you went. And I talked to so many people who said nobody ever responded after I sent them there. And so I finally, after listening to it a lot, I thought, okay, we've got to do something different. When they ask you, can you send me more information? Say, what can I send you? What are you looking for? Ask them. One person might want to see all the patches, or the other person might see all the clinical studies. One person might want to hear a testimony relative to what they've got going on. Specifically ask them, what are you looking for? I want to send you what's going to best serve you. And then, just like Stacey said, it creates that back and forth conversation that you really are concerned about what they're looking for, not just trying to direct them somewhere because it's scary. Number one, I know it's scary when you first started talking, even to family, right? Family are, let's face it, they can be the utmost worst, right? But you got to get through it. So just ask them what they're looking for. And I think it just kind of calms the conversation. It makes it more where you can bat things back and forth. So I'm really running on your back there, Stacey, but just ask. Yeah.
Can I say something also about intention? Because people are saying that they're not hearing back from the people after they send them the startx39now.com. So for you as a brand partner, this is your priority. But for that person that you're sending them the startx39now.com, they have life and they have all sorts of things that they're juggling. And even though they may be very interested at the moment in time that they spoke to you, this is one of 1,000 things that's competing for their attention. So it's not on them to come back to you. It's on you to follow up with them, to serve them, because you're not bothering them by checking back with them 24 hours later and saying, hey, did you get a chance to take a look at that? What questions might I answer for you that you've got right now? And when you have somebody who's asking questions, that's a buying signal. You don't need to close anyone. My intention, I don't sell anything. I don't close. I don't convince. I share this life-saving technology. I attract those who are ready, willing, and able right now to invest in their health for their benefit. And when I ask somebody, might you have any other questions? They're like, nope, I'm good. Or I have a bunch of other questions. I just can't think of anything right now. or I'm sure they'll come later. I say, great, where would you like your patches shipped to? Because they don't have any other questions. They're done. I'm like, great, where would you like those shipped to? And then I always have my clipboard right here. And then I'm able to take down their shipping information. And then as I ask them everything that's on the form, I take their order and then I input it. End of story. So there's no need, we don't have to close. When you're closing somebody, you're selling somebody, that's something that they don't necessarily want, that you're convincing them. That's not you don't want someone to get you out of their hair, to buy this and then cancel it, return it, or just do 30 days and quit. No, you want someone who's really invested in their own health, and they're doing this for themselves, and they're understanding what it is that they're doing. Does that make any sense? That's where I come from when I'm dealing with.
I love that. Thank you, Lillian. And something else too, guys. I love, and I know Laura and Leah do this too. I'm sure you do, Lillian, because we voice message all the time back and forth. I love to voice message people on my text or on my messenger or DM if you're on Instagram, because they can hear my energy, not my words, because the words are not going to sink in the beginning. But when even if they ask me questions, I will voice message them back. Or I'll give them the choice, hey, do you want to hop on the phone real quick and we can chat about this? Or would you rather just keep this here on Messenger for time purposes or whatever? And I always love to voice message. So I'll reach out and, just say something like, hey, Becky, oh my gosh, it's been a while since we've connected. A lot's gone on since we've talked, whatever. You want to keep it super simple. But, I've really been enjoying something that I've been using here recently. It's making a big difference in my health. And I thought of you. Would you be open to take a look at this? Just something like, even if you wrote it down and you read it, your voice, it really carries an impact. And people want to hear what that voice message has to say. Whether or not they respond back, like Lillian said, your job is to keep following up with them until they're like, block you or whatever, which really rarely happens. It's more often, we block people and they don't block us. But there's crazies out there. But I mean, seriously, you guys, that may be a little out of your comfort zone, but I want you to think about that being a really good connection, and they can hear your intentions aren't to sell, buy, join me, my team, make money. It's, hey, I've really come across something and it's made a difference for me. Not your 12-year long dissertation in using the patches, but just that it's made a difference, or it's made a huge difference in my spouse, or, my mom or whoever. And I thought about you, and I would love if you would take a look at this and give me your opinion on it. But that really just it calms you down, it calms them down. You can't, I mean, I know there's tons of scripts out there. And again, if you want to look at them, I sent you a ton of them, right? I sent you an email with 25 of them, but read them with your voice. It really does make a difference. Josie, what's your question? You said you have a question.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I thought, oh my gosh, I better get ready for this tomorrow. Okay, my question is it might be a little ahead of the game, but I'm trying to prep with so I'm figuring once the water machines come out, I'd like, to do more of in-home, like whether it's just a really small group, especially how, it doesn't produce a bunch. But how do you see integrating both, talking about the water machine, but also the patches, and keeping it very short and simple?
Good questions. So, first of all, when Laura and I started, obviously we were doing Zoom, but we immediately went in home. My place, her place, once a month at each place. So we were targeting, she's about 45 minutes south of me. We were targeting people we knew down farther south. We were targeting people we knew either up here where I live. So we didn't wait for a water machine to do something in home. We did 2 of those every single month for I don't know how long, what years? I mean, forever until our travel got so crazy that we'd have to slide them in whenever we could. But we were traveling to do patching parties in people's homes. And so I want you to think about that. That the patches are 100% your flagship focus, right? That is your residual. That is your monthly ordering. That's your consumable product. That is what's activating stem cells. The water makes no claims to activate your stem cells, to elevate, GHK. Yes, it's upregulating amino acids and the KP pathway and NAD and all the amazingness that it does, but it's a completely different animal than the patch. So for me, when I start doing water parties, patching water parties, because we've always done patches and Prosecco, we're going to do the focus of the patch and elevating GHK, activating stem cells, and the benefits of that. Because let's be honest, our target audience doesn't have active stem cells, or if they do, they're a small population in their body. So that is our focus. Reducing inflammation is our focus because everyone has it. Balancing the nervous system is our focus because everyone deals with stress. So that X39 and Neon is our focus, right? Other patches as they need. The water is something they're going to get to taste. It's something they're going to get to experience. That is a whole, like I said, it's a whole nother animal. So we have information. Obviously, the company has information, like a one-page PDF, right? They'll be able to share their experience from drinking it, and what they notice in seconds or minutes while they are sitting there. But it's a water machine. You're either gonna buy it for these benefits, or you're not. You know what I mean? Or you're not. Like it's either going to be in your budget, you're gonna want it, and okay, yeah, give me the form, I'll do the payment plan, or I'll pay outright, or not. But the patches are going to still be that focus because that's something that people go, yep, I can do something, I can stay consistent with that as well. So for me, it's definitely going to incorporate both, but I'm not going to put more importance on the water than I am on the patches. As a 20, almost 1 year old company now, that's gotten us to where we are right now. And don't get me wrong, that water machine's going to take things to a completely different level, as well as so many other things that David has coming down the pike in the next, 2 to 7, 10 years. So I would just, let them try it. And if they decide they want to purchase it, obviously you've got your information there that you're going to share that the company provides on what it does without us making like astronomical claims. I don't know what you're planning on, Laura, for water parties. Liam, I don't know if you guys have different plans, if you're going to talk about something different or handle it differently.
I think the main thing has always been the main thing. And the main thing is X39, right? Everything else will fall into place. It always does. It becomes very natural, So I don't know that I would worry about the water machine. You'll eventually have yours, and however you choose to talk about it in your home, or you do a party, or you include it, it will all come together for everyone. But I think Stacy is just trying everyone focus in on where the passive income comes from, focus on what is truly helping these people now, and we'll continue to do that. Other than that, let it play out.
It's going to be amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to play out. It's going to be fabulous.
Yeah. The testimonials we're already hearing are incredible, but again, not any more incredible that we're not heard from the patches a million times, right? We've heard so many insanely incredible testimonials with those patches. So I think just Yep. Bringing them both together. You've got information on both of them there. They can sip the water. You can, if your patches parties during the day, you can patch them in the morning or whatever. But,
think about the beauty of GHK and stem cells coming together. The Holy Grail and the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
Think about that. We talk about it all the time. Those are two separate entities coming together, forming quite a powerhouse tool for the body.
Mm-hmm.
This water machine is it's just all falling in line. So just let it happen.
Yeah.
Well, and think too, especially at in-home parties, yes, you probably will have the water machine and you're going to be serving the water, but you're talking about a machine that's several $1,000s versus $100 pack of patches, right? What do you think people would rather walk out the door with? You want to send them with the information and let them mull over the information on the water machine and let them determine that yes, they have to have it. Yeah.
And they might decide right there on the spot, like, I
Yeah.
gotta have this. It's not an option. I'm buying it. But I love Gary Holmberg's explanation when he first started with the patches. A core pack, right, was a silver back then, $2.95. Don't need to consult the wife. If it was $29.95, I'm gonna have to get back to you because that $2,995, he was gonna have to talk to Barb. But for 300, write the check, I'm in, let's go. So keep that in mind too. And I don't know. I'm not gonna assume everyone has an extra $5,000 or wants to jump on a payment plan for that right out of the gate either. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I would never assume someone's financial situation and what they put their value of their money on. So I'm there to offer both the patches and the water machine to the people that I'm going to do the parties with. And of course, my hope is that they will purchase the water machine. Absolutely, 100%, right? We know that's going to make a massive impact in their health, but I really want them to have those patches, and it's not because I want that residual income every month. It's not about that because there's 8 billion people on the planet. We got plenty to play with. It's not like I need to have, these one or two or three or 10 or 20 people in my home to do it. But it's really about the foundation that the patches are laying for people and that consistent, amazing recovery inside of the body. So, Amanda, on the testimonials, so if you go to the Evolve has a testimonial channel, a stories testimonial channel. But whoever in your upline is, Amanda, they can help you. But you just touch on the name, the testimonial name, like the actual Team Evolve name, and then you can search. You just touch the little search button, type in cancer, and it'll pop up your 600 choices, and then you just go to list and pick one. So they can help you with that on your Telegram.
So let me follow up. It wasn't quite clear in the text, but what I wanted to do was share something that April Vaughn had said about 3 different autoimmune diseases. And I'm trying to forward it, and I can't forward it out of Team Evolve. So
you have to actually copy it and paste it. So there's no forwarding from a Telegram. It's a private channel.
Oh, okay.
You copy, which you hold down and copy, and then you go to where you want it to go and you touch again and it pops up paste.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So how do you handle objection? Is this a Ponzi scheme or an MLM? So you could be funny and say, oh yeah, this is a Ponzi scheme, buddy. Come on, let's go. Join me in this Ponzi scheme. That's what I want you to sign up for with me. I think that would be fun. I've literally said that to random people in elevators when they've seen me at events and said, are you a part of that Ponzi scheme thing, that pyramid scheme thing company that's here? I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. Join me. You want to join me in the Ponzi scheme? Let's go. But if you want to be like serious, go to YouTube and type in Pyramid Scheme, Robert Kiyosaki. It's fun. It's a 4-minute cartoon where he explains corporate America to you. In a cartoon form, so you can understand that corporate America is the ultimate pyramid scheme, where the owner of that company is the CEO, and you've got your level of people, and then you've got you at the bottom, right, in that little bottom of that pyramid. When you're never going to be the owner of that company. And yeah, you could say, well, I'm never going to be the owner of David's company. Totally agree. You're never going to be the owner of LifeWave. David owns LifeWave. David is the inventor. He's the CEO. But in this structure of a company, we all can be at the top. Every single person can be at the top of the company. There's no ceiling. There's no ceiling. Like literally, many top leaders make much more than people at corporate do. The people at the office, the 600 plus employees, I don't know if they check our checks or not, but anyway, it's definitely not a pyramid scheme. We are a multi-level marketing company or network marketing company, direct sales. That is absolutely us. Multi-level marketing or network marketing means we are a network of people, multi-levels of people working together to grow our businesses, to help people. So we absolutely are that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's been around for a really long time. And of course, we are heavily regulated. So there is no scheming out there. I mean, let's be honest, we're number one in the company in the entire world in direct sales 2 years in a row. So you don't get awarded by the Direct Selling Association um, and Inc. whatever. I don't even know what were we number 22 on the list of the top companies in the world in direct sales. Like you don't get to be there and be a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme. So I think it just boils back to some just they need a little education on it. You don't have to be a smart butt, you know what I mean? But just a little bit of education. But I like to be a little funny about it too. So I do like the Robert Kiyosaki.
I say so. I tell them flat out that pyramid schemes are illegal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
end the story, like, and let's just move on. You can't be in business 21 years with something that's illegal, generating the amount of money we generate. And then you don't go from 20 million a year to 600 unless a lot of people are getting a lot of results.
Yeah. And approved by 82 governments. Out of 198 countries, we have 82 governments that have accepted and approved our global patents. It's like, come on.
Haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah.
Can I mention something
Susan,
about the
hang on
water
one second.
machine?
Hang on 1 second. Susan has a question.
Well, actually, I raised my hand when Mike put that question in. I was just going to help with the answer, the same thing you said. But one other thing I wanted to mention to Mike was everything you guys mentioned, because yeah, corporate America is a lot more of a pyramid like we talked about before. But one thing I always like to add when people say that is I will tell them, you're talking with someone who's a real person with a real result. And I'm sharing this with you, and so many people will go to their doctor and their doctor will prescribe a prescription. And I want to turn to my doctor and say, are you taking that prescription? What do you think? And when you say it like that, I think they start to realize. I tell them, oh my gosh, I love to buy products that are in MLMs because I know my friends or whoever it is that's sharing it with me is somebody who's, it's tried and true. I mean, they're using this product. So don't let that ever, fear you away. I think it's a positive thing when they ask it because you get right out in front of it right away. So I think you can really turn it into something positive by just saying, I want to share, what I'm going through. But yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Thank you. I love it. What else, Lillian, about the water machine?
Yeah, so I've been talking about the water machine since February with a lot of people and creating wait lists of people who aren't brand partners and people who are brand partners who are like, they want to know as soon as this machine is out. But one of the things that I get a lot of times is people who say, oh, I don't really need that water machine because I have Kangen or I have you fill in the blank, whatever the name is. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No, you still need your Kangen or whatever your name is. This is special program structured filtered water that has light infused into it. It's biophotonic water. You cannot replace all of your water consumption with our water machine. You only drink 2 glasses a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. Takes 45 minutes to create 2 8-ounce glasses. So you cannot be drinking.
Not technically correct.
Oh, really?
Let me stop you there. Not technically correct.
Please tell me.
So you are to drink 1 16-ounce glass of water in the morning. We don't have any studies on a second glass. And I would be careful drinking a glass in the evening because you could have way too much energy to go to bed. So 16 ounces
in the morning.
That's all you're supposed to drink once a day. It does spit out 2 16-ounce glasses in back to back for you and a spouse, or you and someone in your home, or you and the dog. But it's just supposed to be 1 16-ounce glass a day right now. He has not said yet that we're supposed to drink in the evening time for energy purposes.
Yeah, because I asked David about if you could drink more than that, and he's like, no, the human body can't take it. You can only drink, 2 8-ounce glasses, but 16 ounces, that makes sense too. So, okay, I will correct that moving forward. So the number one thing is that anybody you know that's invested in filters or any kind of water machines or systems and so forth, this is like a premium to add to, there are already people who value good quality water. So this is like the coup de grace, if you will, that it's like, okay, can't replace all your water consumption, but it can replace 16 ounces a day of your water consumption. And based on 15 seconds after you taking it in, having results, it's like, my gosh, you absolutely positively have to have it if, you recognize that what it's doing in your body. So I just wanted to say that because I don't want people to think it's like, oh, they just bought a Kangen machine. They just bought a whole filtration system for their home. Oh no, those are the type of people you definitely want to say, hey, now you have the crown jewel that goes on top of what you're already doing. And this is only $5,000 or whatever the dollar amount is going to be.
Yeah, I think the big thing too is when this comes out, you'll have the proper marketing material so that you can promote this correctly with, obviously we have our clinical studies and David's videos and things like that, but you'll be able to share this so that people understand this isn't the same as anything that's on the planet, as the patches are not the same as anything that's on the planet. So we definitely have something very, very different. So. Well, okay, we're already over. So thank you guys for your questions tonight. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you, of course, tomorrow night. And I'm glad we had a lot of conversations around inviting people because that is the name of the game. The people that put the most butts in the seats are the ones that are the most successful, right? So our job is just to invite, and follow up and make sure you always leave that door open. Hey, if you're not available to make it, let me know. I'll send you the recording because that always leaves the door open for them to go, yeah, I'm not able to make it, instead of them just ghosting you or not responding. Just be able to say, I'll send you that recording that gives you an opportunity to follow up and say, hey, when do you think would be a good time to chat after you watch this recording? So you're always looking to do that next follow-up with them. So thank you guys for being here. If there's anyone else that needs that form to fill out, this may be your second week. Just shoot me a message on Sunday evening and I'll get that to you so you can fill that form out. Thank you guys, and I will see you soon.